Bienvenidos a Frolic Harder y bienvenidos a Bro-Merang.
I wasn't expecting that.
Hola mis amigos, me llamo es Mateo y co-host señor muy guapo, es muy guapo, el señor Brennan.
Hi. Hola. Just whited that up so fast. I did my best though.
Y el señor Producer Juan.
What? Say hi.
Say hi. Okay, sorry, I don't have the Google Translate up. But
That's fine.
Hello. I am.
There we go. I'm
Juan.
Producer Juan.
Producer Juan. Yes, that's me. Thank you.
So here we are. We meet again. It's been what, a week?
It's been a week. And John's still wearing the same shirt.
I own like 3 shirts. Leave me alone. This is just a cycle.
This week's episode is called Bro-Merang.
What
it's
is
about
Bro-Merang?
Mustaches. We're going to be talking about mustaches. You know what a mustache is? You know what it's categorized as? Like what it's known, just the definition of a mustache.
What is the definition of a mustache?
It's a strip of facial hair above the upper lip. Come on, man. Everybody knows that.
There we go.
That's all it is. It's just little up there, little hair above the upper lip there. I mean, there's just like throughout history, so epic. There's been so many good mustaches around from the dawn of time. Maybe even like in the before time.
The before time?
I believe maybe mustaches were around even in the before time. That's a long time ago. And a long ago.
Before what? Mustaches?
Before everything.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it though. So here's what we got on the schedule here. We're going to talk about the history of the mustache real quick.
Would you say you have a docket for this episode?
I do. It's a whole thing. I did it again. I did the whole thing again.
I'm
on it, man.
I'm
living in the future. I'm doing it. So this is where mustaches came from. Are you ready?
No.
Good. I wasn't gonna wait for you anyway.
I figured.
So during the 17th century, beards fell spectacularly out of fashion in Europe. Just not in anymore. They were over it. Beards are done.
Global warming?
Maybe it had to do with like the first global warming. Who knows? Maybe are we in the first, or was there first?
I don't know.
The world is still warming. You know
Producer
why?
John.
You know how I know global warming is messed up? Because we had a hurricane in Southern California this week. That's how I know it's messed up. It was raining sideways outside. I didn't like it. Too much wind. But anyway, beards.
I think the last time was because of dinosaur poop.
Maybe. But beards are out. We're down. We're back in the 17th century. Beards are not in anymore. They're not popular. Everybody doesn't like them. Definitely due to one single person. One person was the undoing of the beard, and that was the Tsar of Russia. It's Peter the Great. He inflicted a beard tax on his citizens. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Did you know that was a thing?
I did not.
There was a beard tax, man. It's we're gonna touch on it, but as a result of Peter the Great's beard tax, mustaches grew into popularity because they skirted that gray line. They weren't a beard; they're just little hair on the upper lip there. So that is how the mustache came to be popular. By the early 1800s, mustaches became super flamboyant. They curled. Something a little curly.
I like the curly.
You like the curly ones? Yeah, and they got to be at a point where they sculpted them directly into sideburns. So if you've ever seen the guys with like the mustache with like not the goatee, that's all shaved. So just the mustache that goes straight up into like the mutton chop sideburns.
Oh yeah.
That was the thing back then. So let's talk about Tsar Peter and his beard tax.
Yo, what was the price?
We'll touch on that.
Okay.
You're gonna learn. You're getting too far ahead, man.
Patience.
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 Young Padawan. In 1698, Emperor Peter I of Russia instituted a beard tax as a part of an effort to bring Russian society in line with Western European models. So he wanted Russia to be like, just be like the West. Just look at those guys. Look at the Americans and whoever, the Europeans. America wasn't even, I don't think it was even discovered yet. I don't know. Who knows? We're 1600s. We're like prehistoric at that point. We're still like New Jersey was still a thing, but that's about it. Nobody likes it anyway. So basically, to enforce, as a joke, Jersey Devils jersey is on right now. So basically, to enforce the ban of beards, the Tsar empowered the police to forcibly and publicly shave those folks that refuse to pay the beard tax. So basically, they'd go around and if you didn't pay your beard taxes, they would hold you down and shave your beard off. That was their punishment for it. Literally forcibly removed their beards. Like how disrespectful would it be for a police officer to just like hold you down with like a pair of clippers and just while that one single tear is coming down your eye?
I can think of worse things they do.
Yeah, I mean, hey, taking a man's beard is up there though. Not maybe with his civil rights, but taking a man's beard is pretty up there, man. So people started resisting it. So resistance to clean, clean shaven folks was widespread, many believing that it was part of a religious requirement for a man to wear a beard. And the Russian Orthodox Church declared being clean shaving as blasphemous. So the Russian Orthodox Church was like, well, you need a beard. It's our religion. You have to be bearded. So they kind of fought back and forth, like church versus Russia, and they're just like, rabble. Russia's like, but we're Russian, we tell you what to do, and the church is like, but God wants beards. So so this is all kind of coming full circle to why they kind of met in the middle with the mustache. But to answer your question, John, the tax levied depended on the status of the bearded man. Those associated with imperial court, military, or government were charged 60 rubies annually. That was their beard tax. So if you paid your 60 rubies, you got to keep your beard. Wealthy merchants, so we're taking a step down though, so still merchants, but like your store owners, your swap meet folks that are out there selling their goods, their polished rocks or whatever people are buying back in the day there. They were charged 100 rubles per year, with other merchants and townsfolk charged 60 rubles per year. Muscovites were your average Russian citizen. That's what they were called. They were charged 30 rubles per year. And the lower people on the totem pole, the peasants, they were charged 2.5 kopecks. So it kind of got cheaper the more.
It was actually kind of fair. I was about to say it sounds kind of like our taxes in the beginning, but no, it actually trickled down to be a little fair for them.
It did. Right. So those that avoided their taxes were held down, and they got their beards taken away.
I mean,
so that's basically why we had mustaches. But the tax also raised an average of 3,588 rubles annually over the first year. Over the first 4 years. So it would just go up and up and up and up and up. So the longer you wanted to keep a beard, the more expensive it became to keep the beard. The way that folks knew that you paid your beard tax or not was you carried a beard token in your pocket. So if a cop pulled you over in these old times back in the day, and they're like, hey, have you paid your taxes? You just flash them your little beard token that shows that you paid your taxes. And yeah, there's actually pictures of it that we'll post with this episode, but beard tokens were a thing. However, from a financial standpoint, the tax was unsuccessful due to both the relatively low number of people unwilling to shave their beards at all. So they just resisted it and said, screw you, keeping my beard. And an overestimation of the ability of the Russian state to administer the tax. That's basically what led to those coming back. But it was the fall of the beard, the rise of the mustache. That's basically what happened there. The one thing that I know you've all been waiting for is, what are different styles of mustaches? I know you're waiting for this.
Do tell.
All right, I'm gonna tell you.
Do it right now.
Don't you boss me around? This is my show. So the first style of mustache, if you will, was the chevron. It was a slight upside down V shape, a little wider than the mouth corner. So, a little wider, partially covers the upper lip. So that was the chevron. The lampshade mustache was kept off of the upper lip. So there's a little space there, no wider than your mouth. So as wide as your mouth is, that's where you trimmed it to. It was always neatly groomed. One of my favorites is the walrus. The walrus was big, it was bold, it was thick. It went from the top of your nose all the way down to the lip of your, the top of your lip, went across your mouth there. It was really easy to groom and shape because it was so big. Really just dense, thick mustache. That's the walrus. Think of Jamie Heineman from
Mythbusters.
Mythbusters. Yeah, that's what we're thinking of there. There was the pencil mustache, so it was just above the top lip, same width as your mouth, but very thin, short, kind of devilish looking. So really thin going across. The next one would be the parted pencil. So think of like a strip here with a little gap and a strip there. That was the parted pencil. The next one was the painter's brush. So the painter's brush was the natural mustache, really straight across, very close to what a chevron is, but the ends just trim straight down instead of kind of just tapering off. So kind of boxy looking. This is what I learned was most people call the Adolf Hitler the Hitler stash. Just a little.
Yeah, the Hitler stash.
The Hitler stash.
A little streak under the nose.
Yeah. That's actually called the toothbrush.
No.
So, yeah. No.
Yeah.
No. My favorite seeing the notes on this one was just like, just don't do it. It's just got a negative connotation as Adolf Hitler. I think this might be my actual favorite was the handlebar. So it's the thicker mustache, curled kind of up at the ends there. The folks that rock the handlebar always wax the tips of their mustache to bring them to a point. So they rolled them up. It's very Freddie Mercury kind of like. The next one was the petite handlebar. So the petite handlebar, where the other one was just one big little mustache all the way across with curl. This one was just like the other one where it's parted in the middle. So there's a little gap. Two little tiny mustaches with them curled up at the ends there. But this one was more of the width of your mouth. So it didn't go way out and curl up. It curled up right at the corners of your mouth there. So it was a little bit smaller. The English mustache, which was very, very fancy looking. Definitely thinner, shorter, often parted on the middle there. So right under your nose, it had a little bit of a part. So you'd cut it down and you would wax the ends of them to be straight out. So no curl, just straight out. It's very classic there. The Hungarian, that's another good one. It's the biggest handlebar mustache, more naturally curled, sits a little lower on the face, so it'll come down right below your nose, dip below the bottom lip and then curl up. So that's the Hungarian. The Dali mustache is fantastic. So very it's separated in the middle, so shaved in the middle of your upper lip, with two very long pieces, like two just ridiculously long.
That's a great
piece
one
of your mustache. It's a great one. So it goes basically almost up to your eyes. If you've ever seen a picture of Salvador Dali, that's the Dali. The Fu Manchu, that's the next one. Straight, thin mustache, hangs down from the corners of your mouth. So you think of it just going down and then just hanging down. Just classic Fu Manchu. The hybrid. So there's a hybrid with a couple of these, and one of the hybrids is called the horseshoe. So the horseshoe is shaped like an upside down U. So mustache going all the way across the bottom lip and then straight down into like the goatee, but like nothing in the middle down here on your chin. It's just the mustache hanging straight down. Often mistaken for a Fu Manchu, but different in its own right. The next one is the Zappa. The Zappa is the shortened horseshoe. So the Zappa is what it does is it takes the horseshoe, but it only goes down to your lower lip, just kind of hangs down like an upside down U, but with the soul patch added. That's the Zappa. The Imperial mustache, it includes a little bit of upper cheek hair. Is the Imperial. So it's separated in the middle again. Got a little shave in the middle. Two different little handlebars swooping up at the end. It curls straight up, but it's not shaped to a fine point. So it kind of just clumps up like that. It's, I don't know, very, very villainous looking. The beard stash. is another one. So kind of what I'm rocking here, just kind of the stash that goes into the beard and just it's badass as hell. That's basically it. I know you'd like it. It's just a badass stash. So that's those are some different mustaches that I found. What do you guys think? What's your favorite mustache?
The teenage boy. That's what I rock.
Do you want to describe it?
Yeah, it's when your facial hair doesn't grow in fully. So the only way for it to look good is you don't shave all the way, because then I don't know, because I don't want to shave all the way. So you just trim it, and then you can see a little bit, but it's not going to grow in ever.
It's okay.
That's the teenage boy.
It's the teenage boy. All right. So, along with that, I bet you'd like to know some nicknames for the mustache also.
Like Bro-Merang?
Like Bro-Merang. So I'm going to go over some of the nicknames here. So the classic is the stash, just the stash. That's what I think a lot of people would refer to it as. The cookie duster is a good one. I don't know what you guys think about the cookie duster, but
I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
I like that,
yeah. The flavor saver. I'm sure we've all heard about that.
A classic.
It's a classic. The lip curtain. It's nice. The soup strainer. That's another one. One of my favorites is the old push broom. I mean, could you just imagine yourself with a mustache just referring it to the old push broom all the time?
Yeah, whenever I don't trim it.
It's just the old push broom. The caterpillar. It's gross.
Yeah.
The crumb catcher, if you're just saving some food for later in there, you just never know what gets caught in there. The mouth mane. The mouth mane is one of my favorites. It's a great one. The lady tickler. I'm sure you've heard that before. The snot catcher. That's another gross one. I mean, I didn't make these up, man.
That's just two on the note.
It's just.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
It is. The tea strainer is another one. The womb broom, one of my favorites. One of my favorites there. The womb broom.
Why would you use that?
Don't overthink it. Just think about it. The womb broom. The mouth brow. That's another one. The lip strip. How about muzzle fuzz? You ever heard of muzzle fuzz? That's another one. We got the lip locks. You think about locks, like golden locks, your hair. It's the lip locks. The dental drapes. The reverse Amish. And the fake ID. Those are my favorite nicknames. Matt's dying over here. He's done. Hey, man, this is just
fake ID.
The fake ID is another one with one of the mustache names over there. Right. I don't know. I've never heard anybody refer to it as the fake ID, but apparently the internet was a big fan of that one. So the fake ID is the last one. That rounds out some good old just nicknames for mustaches, and you can't go wrong with that. You ready for some mustache facts?
God, yes.
I bet you are.
I love facts.
I know you do. So the first one we're going to talk about is it's a record holder. There are between 10,000 and 20,000 hairs on a man's face. The average mustache has 60 individual hairs. Or sorry, 600, not 60. 60 would just be what you got going on there. You got the teenage.
That's me.
That's 60. The 60, yeah. The 600 is the average mustache density for per hairs here.
Must be nice to be average.
So wait, that's one of the most dense spots on the face. Poor Matt.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's his most dense spot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure, yeah.
I can grow a stash if I wanted.
You ready
for that beard episode?
Yeah, save it for the beards. According to the Guinness Book of World Records here, Ram Singh Chauhan holds the record for the longest mustache in history. I would like to know if you could guess how long this man's mustache is. He is the Guinness Book record holder for this, so don't shoot too low.
Okay. Let's go. Just based on that old TV show they used to have. It was always outrageous. Let's go 12 feet.
Okay, 12 feet is your guess. Producer John?
My guess.
We'll go because I think hair like never stops growing. So as long as he maintains it, like it can be pretty long. We'll double it. We'll go with 24.
Nice.
24 is way overshooting it. Matt, you were very, very close. The record mustache is 14 feet long. So you were off by a mere 2 feet.
Well done. What's his name?
His name is Ram Singh Chauhan.
Good job.
From India.
He just wanted you to say that again.
Mr. Chauhan.
Good job, Mr. Chauhan.
He's been growing that mustache since 1982 after a friend with a 7-foot-long mustache suggested it. And he just went with it. So there you go. There's the record holder. Mustache hair grows faster than any other bodily hair. I don't know if you guys knew that. John, I think you were alluding to that. You said, I think hair never stops growing. Mustache hair specifically grows faster than any other hair on the human body. So
I wish mine came in darker.
Matt's just like, I wish mine came in.
Well,
the stash is fine. I just wish the rest of my beard.
You just got to get the full. Yeah, you need everything else to participate.
Smooth like a baby in like these little patches.
Hey, some people are into
Some people would kill for that. Yeah, I would love that. My face doesn't like my beard anymore.
Just your body is rejecting your beard.
Ever since I moved to Vegas, dude, the dry weather does not agree with my face and a beard.
That's fair. I can understand that. Here's another one. Cops in Madhya Pradesh, which is a state in India, get a slight pay increase if they sport a mustache. So they actually get paid more for rocking a mustache. It's pretty sweet.
Is it part of religion or is it just businessy?
That's a business decision as far as I was reading. Just the
there's more intimidating with the stash.
More intimidating. That's it.
True.
In a deck of cards, the only king to not sport a mustache is the king of what suit?
Hearts.
Hearts is correct. He is the only king that does not sport a stash in a deck of cards.
That's
He's
sexist.
a lover. He's a lover, my guy.
He really is, though. It's a good guess. This one is for you, John. Did you know that in Eureka, Nevada, it is illegal to kiss someone if you have a mustache, even to this day?
No, that's a weird law.
It is a weird, really, really.
What's the population of Eureka like? 10?
I did not look at that. It's a really strange one.
For sure.
The law is definitely outdated and no longer heavily enforced, but the law is still technically in place. So it is technically still a law. If you have a stash, don't kiss anybody.
Oh, it would be so weird to enforce it. Like, what if you just got like 5 o'clock
like
shadow stash,
It's like you're kissing your wife and just writes you a ticket right there, appear in court.
FBI knocks on your door.
Yeah, we heard you kiss someone with a mustache. Like, no, I have a mustache and I kissed her. Yeah, that's what we meant. You're fired. Done. On average, men with mustaches touch it about how many times per day?
27.
At least 10.
Come on, guys.
It's a lot, isn't it?
It's
a
lot. So if you are a man with a mustache, on average, you will do this. Just touch it in any capacity about 750 times per day.
What the fuck?
That makes sense.
About 750 times in a 24-hour
beard.
period.
It's the chin.
See, if you think about it, that's one touch. Just
all
right
the
there.
time. Dude.
All the time. So yeah, mustache is about 750 times in a day. You're going to touch that little
funny thing is nobody else notices it though, right? Because like we didn't know that. Like
it's cleaning up the womb broom. That's all.
Yeah, it's just part of life.
Get your growy paws off your damn face.
Just wiping all the COVID into your mustache and save it for later.
What the hell's wrong with you heathens?
here's another
old-timey train robber. Yeah, see?
It's a thinking thing, you know?
It is. It's a thinking thing. Yeah, it's a, I don't know.
Yeah, you should think about fucking washing your hands, not touching your goddamn face too much.
Hey, man, sometimes...
I mean, it's better to do this with washed hands than it is with dirty hands.
It's true. I imagine there's probably just a disgusting amount of like bacteria and shit in everybody's beards.
Don't think too hard about what lives on your face.
Yeah, we don't want to dive down that rabbit hole. Anyway.
Another episode.
Yes.
Weird laws and fucked up face germs.
Writing that down. There we go. That is the entire episode. It's all those things in one.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm kidding. Matt, there's hope. There is hope for you. Put down that drink and listen up right now because you, sir, can get a mustache transplant in India for an average cost of $3,766.
Here's the thing.
I feel like
I don't need a mustache transplant.
Would it
beard transplant?
But even then, wouldn't those plugs look worse than like the thinness of your beard? Like, you know,
I've never
like
seen
plugs
someone with a
don't
beard
look
transplant
good.
or a mustache transplant.
I don't know. How do you get one of those like DJ Khaled beards where it's just like spray paint?
I think you just buy spray paint. That's it, man.
That's all it is.
Some like old school trick from like the 80s or something.
Well, there's that like spray, you know, like the hair spray where it just like colors in like a bald spot on your head. Yeah, I'm sure you could just do that on your face.
That's right? Face safe.
Face safe, I would imagine so. So that way, when you're touching it and licking your hands later or doing all that gross stuff,
I mean, as long as nobody's ever close enough, it won't really matter too much.
Ready for a disgusting fact that applies to both of you because you have kids?
Yes, please.
Babies grow mustaches in the womb, and then they eat them.
That's dope.
That is,
they eat them.
That's a real fact. They grow mustaches and they eat the mustache.
How do they eat them?
I don't know, but it is absolutely true.
Because they don't like eat the placenta and shit.
Hey man,
there's got to be
talk about
maybe they just
babies grow mustaches in the wombs and then they eat them. Look it up.
I guess.
Do you have a hairy baby?
Me? No.
Yeah.
No, not particularly.
Travis' back was pretty hairy. Like he had a lot of like shoulder hair.
He has shouldery hair, but not.
Yeah, like he still has some of it.
No, but he had a full head of hair. He's got a lot of hair.
Took all Matt's beard hair and put it on his head.
Now I will say the hair is more noticeable on his little body, but I think he has about the same amount of hair as we would have. It's just we're big, so you don't see it as much.
You don't realize it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's another one. A mustache is pretty absorbent. It can soak up to 20% of its own weight in liquid.
Dude, that's too true. Like that's why it's a flavor saver.
It's a flavor saver, man. It just holds everything in there.
It's like a brawny paper towel on your face.
It is, man. Just the brawny paper towel guy just walking around, just wiping up everybody's face.
Does he have a mustache?
Oh yeah. The brawny paper
guy, I think he just he kind of has like a really nice beard.
He's got the beard stash. I think he's got the full lumberjack. Yeah. Studies have shown that having a mustache can actually have amazing health benefits because depending on the thickness and length of the hair can reduce exposure to the sun, therefore lowering your cancer risk.
Over like 3 inches of your face.
Hey man, I'm not the one that makes the laws of the sun.
We're all from California. We know about cancer.
All right, so I'm just saying it's really unlikely that you get skin cancer up there because a mustache is going to save you.
Are you guys afraid of the sun?
I am.
Shut up.
Have you looked at the color of our skin, man? The sun and I have agreed to disagree.
Well, you are 3 shades darker.
It's a myth.
My heart grew 3 shades darker.
Okay, it was just your heart. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm terrified of the sun, bro.
It's got it out for us, dude. So you've got that melanin. You and the sun can agree.
I still need to make a dermatologist appointment. I got to check all my stuff out. I'm getting old, you know.
Yeah, man.
Got weird things growing on me.
Shove some tubes in your butt and do all that.
I'm waiting for that finger visit. Haven't had it yet.
Do you know the doctor's just going to look at you and be like that when it's time?
I know it's coming.
Give you the beckoning movement with your finger.
Well, you're going to end up with Shaq's going to take over.
My doctor's like a 90-year-old lady. I don't think she's going to be that.
Is she going to make it to your first exam?
I hope not. She sucks, dude. I really need to find a new doctor.
I love this. How they just went off the rails into health and everything.
You're going to get a new doctor with giant hands, and you're going to wish this little old lady was still your doctor.
Or I might enjoy it. Who knows?
Who knows?
Depends on what my limits are.
That's the fun. Depends. What's your safe word for that visit? Just banana. Pineapple. Pineapple.
I knew he was going to say pineapple.
It's my safe word for everything. That needs a safe word.
Yeah. You guys remember in Euro Trip? Do you guys see that movie? Remember there's the thing where she shoves the thing in his butt and it's like some weird super long German safe word and he can't say it right. So then she he says some gibberish and she's like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, yeah. Okay. Then she gets like a weed whacker dildo and it's just kickstarts the thing.
Weed whacker
dildo. Of a
language,
man.
2 words you don't hear together very often.
It's just terrifying, man. We're moving on.
Yes.
And I must ask you a question.
Oh, questions. I like
This, sir, is the definitive top 18 list of greatest mustaches of all time.
Oh, hell yes.
18.
I love
already failed this test.
I love this.
So, you know, we're gonna pretend like you didn't find out what the real rules of baseball are, and you know, I'm just gonna give you. You know what? We will play by the rules of baseball. You get 3 strikes, but since I'm a gracious God, I'm gonna give you an extra one. So we're gonna give you 4. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you guys to name someone. These are not fictional people. These are real people on this list. They all have mustaches. They're all in the top 18 list.
I'm ready.
And I'm going to see if you guys can hit me with some of these. So,
would you like to go first, producer John?
No, I'm going to suck really bad at this.
Okay. Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin is number 10 on the top 18
really?
list.
Can I cheat?
No.
Ah, damn it.
Do you want me to go until I fail and then you can kind of try and sweep up?
Maybe.
No, we're going to alternate. No, we're going to alternate.
Okay.
This is my game. My
I'm
rules.
on number 3, and this is my first time drinking in a long time. So
Good.
We shouldn't have encouraged drinking before the episodes for old PJ here.
I'm all right. No, I just don't know that many mustache people. I don't pay attention. But
Charlie Chaplin is number 10, Matt. You did.
That's
good
actually
there.
pretty good because a lot of people still know him.
Yeah. All right,
Are we
John?
taking into account historical atrocities?
Such as,
or is everyone eligible for?
I mean, infamous
Everyone
probably
is
is still
eligible for
famous.
top
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So,
all right.
Go ahead and say it.
I mean,
I want you to be the one to say it.
Nobody wants to say it, and we all know what you're
Nobody
going to
wants
say.
it.
You can maybe just not say it. It's up to you.
Just German douchebag.
German
Be
douchebag.
more specific.
Could you be more specific,
No,
John?
I got family members that wouldn't be happy about me talking about that. So,
I think we all know who you're talking about.
yeah, German
And
douchebag.
the
Because
German
I like
douchebag.
there's no real I like Germany these days. They're pretty good guys. So
Present day Germany is a good place.
Dude,
Germany
yeah.
in the maybe 30s and 40s, not so good.
No, I wouldn't
German
mind it.
douchebag is not on the top 10 list. That is strike 1 for John.
Are we going full 18 or just 10?
Sorry, 18. He's not on the top
18?
18.
Okay.
That's what I meant to say. Sorry.
Damn, because that's a pretty famous. I mean, but people are probably afraid to vote for it.
It's the
so.
greatest mustaches, not the most famous.
All right.
No, it's. I would. It.
Strike 1. Moving on, Matt.
Tom Selleck.
I'll take my L.
Tom Selleck.
Ooh,
You knew
dude,
he's
that's
up there.
that
He
is
is-
good.
Not as high as you think he would be, but he is on the
Oh,
list.
really? Where's he at?
He's number 11.
Really?
He's outside the top 10, but this is the
Okay.
top 18, so point to you. You still got it. John.
PJ.
Yosemite Sam.
Considering I said that this is a list of real people and not fictional, that is strike 2, sir. I did absolutely specify that at the beginning of this quiz.
I love
So
that.
that is strike 2 out of 4. No dice for Yosemite Sam.
Let's go with Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds, you say, is number 13 on the list.
Oh, and also not as high as I
Not
thought.
as
he
high
was.
as
Yeah,
you would
was
think
it
would
Tom
be.
Selleck was the first one you said, right?
He
then
said
Burt?
Charlie Chaplin, and then Tom Selleck, and then
Okay.
Burt Reynolds.
Fuck, I don't know.
You said German douchebag, and then Yosemite Sam. So I'm saying there's definitely a talent level here that's just not being hit by PJ over here.
You can
But
do
I
this, my
digress.
guy.
It
I
is your
believe-
turn again, producer
I'm
John.
trying to think of anybody with the mustache. That
There's
I
a ton of
actually
people
could-
with mustaches.
Well, it's like, but they're famous for it, right? Like,
These people are known for having a mustache.
yeah, no, I pass. I have literally no words. Harry Potter.
I don't think Harry Potter had a mustache.
He's probably had a mustache at one point. In one
He was
of his
barely even
movies.
a passable wizard.
Hey,
Because
Harry
Daniel
Potter
Radcliffe.
is strike 3.
Because I
Daniel
believe
Radcliffe is a fucking
as Brennan and
treasure
I
to this
discussed,
world.
Geralt of Riviera would knife that motherfucker
He would.
so fast.
Yeah,
And
it's-
boosh
I'm not
match.
saying that's yeah, Harry Potter, yeah, but Daniel Radcliffe is a fucking goddamn
Oh yeah,
world
he's
treasure.
Weird Al now, and I'm very excited about
I
it.
will say,
Yo,
I
can't wait.
I forgot I put this on the list. There is one fictional character on here.
Okay.
There is one.
Okay. I still don't know.
just throw a name out. They don't even have to have a mustache.
Oh, Neil Patrick Harris.
He said Harry Potter.
Thousand Ways to Die. Oh,
He did say Harry Potter.
Damn.
Strike 3. You got 1 strike left. Matt.
Here's one John should have known. Ron Jeremy.
Ron
Why
Jeremy.
should I know that? That dude's disgusting.
Ron Jeremy is not on the list.
Wow.
He is
He's
not
fucking
on the
disgusting.
I know he's disgusting, but
That is strike 1 for you, sir.
That's
okay.
fine.
It was a good guess. It was.
I got many in the chamber.
I know you do. You got your mustache game is strong.
I know
Producer
it won't
John,
be on
you are
there,
on your
but
last strike here. If you
MPH, Thousand Ways to Die. It's one of the best mustaches ever.
NPH
And he sings a song.
Is that your guess?
Yeah, it's not gonna be on there though.
It
But he
is
sings
not on the
he
list.
literally sings the best
If
mustache
I only
song
had a
ever.
mustache. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's so good.
He's
yeah,
not on the list.
fail.
You
Well,
were 0 for 4.
all right. Well, Matt, maybe you can bring us home.
Matt, you're going to
All
play
right.
until you strike out 4 times.
I actually said this out loud. Weird Al.
Weird
I guess
Al
true,
is
right?
a great guess, but not on the list.
No fucking shit.
See,
No,
I think there's a whole
Who are the morons
subculture.
that put this list together?
There's a whole
It's a pretty good
subculture
list.
of mustache loving
That we don't know
we're
about.
not a part of. No,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
I-
I'm not.
2
hitting
strikes.
that.
You
This
still
is
got
beyond
time.
us.
That's fine. Errol Flynn.
Who
Errol,
the hell is that?
good. It's a good guess. Not on the list.
What the? Clark Gable.
Clark Gable. Are you kidding me? You really came up with Clark Gable?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I barely
I'm
know
a
that.
fan
Just
of
be
culture.
That is a great guess, and he's number 15 on our top 18 list.
Fuck yeah.
You got Clark Gable. That is unexpected.
that's just some dude my mom talks about, and I think was around when we were kids.
Nailed it. He's on the
I'm
list.
re-
Doesn't matter.
I'm
That's
really
true.
shook by this Weird Al thing.
It's okay.
What about why?
Because Weird Al is phenomenal and he has a mustache.
I think he's more known for the hair than the mustache.
Yeah.
All right. Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury,
Ooh.
while a great guess, was just outside of the top 18.
No
Damn.
shit.
That
How
is
is there so many
This is
people
incredible.
outside of all this?
This is insane. All right, so I'm going to
Hulk Hogan.
you already struck out 4
Dude,
times, but
there's so
if you had
many
said Hulk
wrestlers
Hogan
that could
instead,
be there.
you would have
I
made
am-
it on the list.
I am shook.
Hulk Hogan is on the list. You should have said that. So to round it out, I mean, Matt, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 correct. 4 up, 4 down. You broke even. You're
I'm
the equivalent
disappointed.
of a soft taco. So
I'm batting 500 though. That means
I mean,
if I was
yeah, you
playing
did great.
baseball,
This wasn't my round.
it's a good,
I'm really
it's a good batting
upset.
average.
I'm really Buford Mad Dog Cannon.
I'm just gonna read them off. You already struck out.
All right,
4
all
times.
right, all
You
right.
Yeah, we
tried.
both lost.
Buford's a good guess, though. So rounding out the top 18, I'll come in with number 18, which was the fictional character that made it onto the list, but it is the one, the only Ron Burgundy made the list.
He's
as
not
number
professional.
Yeah, that's a real person. He has a podcast.
18. Maybe that's why he got it on the list. So
He was a really popular newscaster in San Diego in what,
Yeah.
like the 90s or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
ESPN 8, the Ocho,
Mhm,
all that
mhm.
stuff. Ron Burgundy, number 18. Number 17, Groucho Marx.
Okay,
It's a good
that's
one.
a good one.
I don't know
16.
who
John Waters. Great mustache.
Nope.
Okay, yeah.
Is that
You
like
got-
a tennis player or something?
I feel like you named a ton of people too earlier that I could have said, like Dolly and
It's okay.
yeah,
I
okay.
was
Parton.
trying to say, yeah.
yeah, Dolly Parton.
Yeah, Dolly Parton with her.
She probably has a nice bleached one. I feel bad. She's awesome.
Yeah, don't you ever say an unkind word
No,
about Dolly
she's
Parton.
This podcast
She's a
will
saint.
get canceled so fast. I'm gonna edit this out.
No, yeah, I love Dolly.
Recant
She's amazing.
hold on, Brennan. Silence.
No, don't edit it because maybe
No,
I
I'm
can
not gonna. I'm
apologize
not
to
gonna
her
edit it.
person.
I'm not gonna edit it.
Because she's that nice of a person that she would
Hold
let
on.
me do that.
Hold on, Brennan. Silence. I'm gonna go silent for the next 5 seconds, and you are going to provide a mea culpa to Dolly and all the Dolly heads out there. So please apologize on behalf. Producer John's statements do not reflect the views of Frolic Harder, and he would like to apologize for his. I'm at a loss for. Go ahead, apologize.
Wait, is Brennan apologizing for
No.
me?
No,
Why
he's
would-
staying
Oh.
silent, and I'm gonna. Why would he apologize?
I don't know.
He called you out on it.
confusing me. Well, I'm sorry, Dolly.
Tell Dolly
and
Parton you're
fans.
sorry.
I already said I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll accept that.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll continue.
He looks.
No, she's the
He looks
best.
remorseful. Okay.
He does look remorseful.
All out. He looks sad. We did our job. Where did we leave off at? Number Clark Gable,
Groucho Marx,
John Waters. Okay, John Waters.
People I've never heard
16.
of.
You never heard of John Waters?
You'll if you saw a picture of John Waters, you would know John. Look at
does he wear short shorts? Does he run track? I don't know.
No,
that's Steve Prefontaine, who I was just thinking about the other day, and I don't know why I didn't. Okay, never mind. Continue, please.
Number 15, you crushed. That was Clark Gable. That was a really good guess. Number 14, and I think you're going to agree with these. Walter Cronkite.
Okay.
Great mustache.
Yeah.
Number 13 you got was Burt Reynolds. Crushed it. Number 12, Eddie Murphy. Great mustache.
Okay.
Great mustache.
Fucking Steve Harvey. God damn it.
Number 11 you also got was
I never consider that part of him.
I know it's more mustache than man. How do you not consider that? Number 11 you got was Tom Selleck. I mean, of course he was going to be on the list at some point, but
had to be
to not crack the top 10. It's tough.
Upset.
It's tough. It's an upset. Number 10 you got Charlie Chaplin right out of the gate. That was a great guess. That's if you weren't going to guess that douchebag from Germany, you were going to guess Charlie Chaplin, which was the right move.
It's literally the same stash, yeah.
It's the same thing. Who wore it better? Charlie Chaplin did.
Oh, of course.
Even Robert Downey Jr. as Charlie Chaplin wore it better.
It's true.
Dude, that was his comeback.
Maybe, yeah.
Or was it right before?
I think
that was right before he
what was his
comeback? Kiss Bang Bang was another one where he came.
That was the first comeback.
That was the comeback.
I don't know, but he was magical in Charlie Chaplin.
Yes, he was.
Number 9. I wish you would have said this sooner. Hulk Hogan comes in at number 9. He had that great stash that came all the way down. Yeah, it was fantastic. The handlebar. Number 8, Albert Einstein. Great mustache.
I think of his hair when I think of Einstein.
That's because of that one picture where he's got his hair all froofed up.
The wacky hair.
Yeah. He's got a really good dense mustache.
He does.
It's good. Number 7, Steve Harvey.
Yeah,
I have seen Steve Harvey in person.
Low to me too.
It is. I think maybe it is, but these other ones have really good mustaches. But I did see Steve Harvey. I sat in the audience for a Family Feud episode a couple of years back. So I saw it live, and his mustache looks so immaculate that it looked fake. It's just perfect. It's the perfect density. It's the perfect shape. I don't know. Steve Harvey might be number 1 in my heart, but not on this list. Number 6, big ass mustache. Teddy Roosevelt. Big, huge mustache.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He's a rough rider.
He is. Number 5, Robert Goulet.
Goulet.
Yeah, he came in with a good stash.
This poll asking like people from born in like
the
internet,
20s. Man, it's a vast place for information.
I feel like
just because you're only thinking about modern times mustaches, I mean, you're just not opening your brain up to
the internet is a vast and smart place.
Open up your third eye, man. That's why it's on our logo. The third eye is on our logo. The all-seeing eye. You gotta open it up, man.
All-seeing daisy.
It is the all-seeing daisy.
There's the all-seeing eye is within the daisy.
It is.
It's always hiding. It's always watching.
Without the eye.
Always watching. So number 4, Salvador Dali. Fantastic. So unique. I mean, the thing shoots straight up to his eyeballs almost.
I mean the style is named after him.
You literally talked about him in the style. We probably should have got that one.
One of my favorites is Rolly Fingers.
Oh, that's a good one.
Who Rolly Fingers is? The baseball player?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one, yeah. John's like, who the hell is
old baseball player names were the best.
Him, playing sports, hate watching.
Catfish Hunter.
Yep.
A fantastic name.
Yep. So good. Honorable mention if we're talking about baseball, Mike Piazza. Great mustache. Great mustache. Anyway, back to the list. Coming in at number 2. He's got rocking the Piazza there. That's what I'm talking about. Number 2, Mark Twain.
Oh, great mustache. Dude, he had a good
great mustache. Coming in at number 1 on the People's Top 18 lists is Friedrich Nietzsche.
Okay.
That was. Hey man, I didn't make the list.
Who are these people?
I just gathered the data.
I was on your side for a second, but
this is but then
I'm
again,
I'm with BJ here.
How many people wear stashes? Like, whoa, like and they don't wear them all the time. It's not everybody's like thing. So
This is getting a poll. This is getting a poll on the gram.
Yeah,
I'm not pleased with this list.
That's okay, because to finish off this episode, I made my own list. This is my top 10 list. This is more our speed. I think you guys are going to see some names on here that you probably agree with.
Redeem the internet.
I am going to redeem the internet on our behalf, because I think you'll probably agree with me on most of this list. But like I said, this is my own personal top 10 list. So coming in at my number 10 is Bob Belcher from Bob's Burgers. He has a great mustache. See,
you are off to a great start already.
I knew you would appreciate.
I feel like he has the Steve Harvey, right? Like he's got that thick, delicious, almost fake.
It's a little more.
But we will get to something a little bit. Yes, it is. But we will get to something that is closer to Steve Harvey on my list.
Bob Belcher, best animated father.
Probably. He's got to be up there, right?
Actually, like good father, yeah.
Yes.
And
actual good
just
father.
Animation, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, yeah. Sadly, animated fathers usually get the shit out of stick when it comes to being good.
Peter Griffin, Homer Simpson.
Yeah, even when they try to be good, they still fuck it up somehow.
They do.
So
Bob,
but yeah, Bob is definitely.
Bob.
They didn't treat Bob bad when it came to that. He definitely tries and does.
He's a wholesome dad.
Does.
He tries.
Yeah. Agreed.
Number 9.
Amazing stash.
Agreed. So I made my number 10. Coming in at number 9, the one, the only Thomas Magnum from Magnum PI.
Yes.
Technically Tom Selleck, but we're talking about.
But Magnum.
But Magnum.
If we can do characters, I feel like people like the characters are more well known, so it makes more sense.
Exactly. I agree wholeheartedly. Number what are we at? 8. John, you already called it. This is Yosemite Sam coming in at number 8. He had to be on a list somewhere.
Yeah.
Fantastic stash. I
Can't
mean,
beat it.
Of all of the animated mustaches, his has to be the most robust, right?
It's super classic.
Easily.
Too. Yeah.
It's just dense red mustache.
He's just a wonderful slice of Americana.
It's true.
Maybe not some parts we care to remember, but yeah.
Number 7 is George Jefferson from the Jeffersons.
Oh,
classic stash.
That is a very nice stash. Yeah,
I'm a fan. Solid. Number 6. This is one of my favorites. It's Earl from My Name Is Earl.
Yes.
That's a great stash.
Let's see. I forget what the dude's name. I think it's Jason something.
Lee.
Jason Lee. He doesn't wear the stash all that often outside of Earl.
So it's not about that. I'm talking
that's what
about.
I'm saying. That's why he would have never made it into this.
Right. The people's top 20. Yeah.
Like yours is making
Jason
so much
Lee
more
would have been
sense.
on that. Yeah.
No, but Earl's stat.
So good. It's so trailer parky. That's what's so good about it.
It was perfect.
But it's so well
perfect.
kept though, and he still even had like the 5 o'clock shadow, but it wasn't like Joe Dirty or not. Like it wasn't like too crazy.
Yep, and he always had messy hair. He always looked like he woke up, just on the wrong side of a trailer park. So
whoever did makeup on that show did great.
True. Coming in at number 5. This is my Steve Harvey equivalent. It's the one, the only Cleveland Brown from Family Guy. It is so comparable. I think they must have modeled his mustache after Steve Harvey.
Yeah,
I can see
it's
that,
the same size.
It's the same shape.
It's the same shape. It's everything. I think they just ripped off Steve Harvey and just said, you know what? We're putting it on you now.
I definitely see that.
Coming in at number 4. Gomez Addams from the Addams Family.
Ooh.
I was going to say that when you're talking about the different styles. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good one.
He's got like that double pencil thing going on.
Yeah, he does. Yep. That's why
Beautiful.
he made it. It's just really
your
really
list is chef's kiss.
Like this. Yeah. Figured you'd like this. Coming in at number 3, Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec. That's a power stash. That's
what's that dude's name? Because
Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman. He sports the stash for life. Like that's part of him. So
Nick Offerman could have been on the other list. Like it's strong.
I feel like this was like sent out to like a bunch of elderly people or something, or like my mom, like a bunch of folks. A bunch of boomers on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm sure all the boomers were like, put Ron Burgundy on there.
Hey, that's probably about 20 years old at this point, so maybe.
It's close to it.
But yeah, no, definitely, yeah.
Number 2, on my personal top 10 is Jules Winfield from Pulp Fiction, played by Samuel L. Jackson.
That is very good, yeah.
Such a strong mustache. I love that movie. I love Jules. I love the scene when
the fro with the stash.
The fro with the stash, and
perfect.
I love the scene where John Travolta is playing a guy named Vince. He just accidentally shoots the dude in the head in the back of the car, and blood splatter everywhere. And he's just like, "Are you kidding me?" Yeah, great movie. That's definitely probably in my top 10.
It's a risk of the job, man. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's just a hazard of your job. Coming in at number 1 on my personal top 10 list. Would either of you like to take a stab? It is a character.
I'm bad at this. And
in a movie,
have, like all the greatest ones so far.
It's a character in a movie from the 90s.
From the 90s.
I'm going to try and nudge you guys in the right direction here.
It's been so long since the 90s.
It is a character that is a pirate.
From the 90s?
From the 90s. That's if I say anything more, I think I'm going to give it away. If you
Who played Captain Hook in Hook?
That's the one. John got it. It is Dustin Hoffman playing Hook in Captain Hook. It's my number 1 mustache.
Dude, he did have a bomb stash in that.
That concludes my top 10. But yeah,
that
Captain
is
Hook.
Great. Well done. I enjoyed that thoroughly.
Take a bow here for you guys.
You're so much better than the rest of the internet.
The internet just doesn't understand this. They don't understand mustaches.
We need the internet to just do more like rate these of your top 10 versus actually pick the top 10 because they're a bunch of idiots.
I'd like to see everybody's top 10 mustaches. I'd like to see everybody hit us up on socials and just say, you know what? They can tell me if they agree with mine. They can say if they put them in a different order. They can make their own unique mustache. So
I feel like yours took more thought process. I feel like the internet's was more like a Google search, right? Like it was just kind of like you search for the best mustaches and they just kind of voted accordingly to the best they saw within the first page of searches.
Yeah, it's possible. It's very possible.
Yours had love.
Mine had, it had everything, man.
Adding the fictional characters really like kind of opens up the world, right?
It does. Like I mean, even when you said Yosemite Sam earlier, and I'm sitting there, I'm holding it in, I'm like, it's on my list. It's on my list, not this one. But he's
I mean that's generational. So it's exactly. Definitely well done, sir.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Appreciate it. Hope
everyone learned something. Mm-hmm. I actually, you discussing like the whole Russia tax and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I actually was doing a little bit of research while you're doing that. I got interested.
Excellent.
So it turns out you know how Rasputin was a thing in Russia. Very superstitious.
Yes.
Kind of into that sort of.
He's a wizard.
Thing. So it was actually the reason the czars wanted to get rid of all the common folk having beards and going to the mustache. It was actually believed that the beard gave you the power to run faster, jump higher, and frolic harder.
Okay, bye.
Bye.